E-cigarettes is a growing epidemic all over the world. We aren't the only ones who realize that this is only the beginning. Did you know the nicotine in e-cigarettes can harm brain development? Brain development continues through your 20s. It is vital that you are aware of the negative impacts this product has on the world around you. The amount of nicotine in an e-cigarette is almost 20 cigarettes alone. E-cigarettes are harmful not only to your mind and body, but to those around you as well. E-cigarettes are leading people on the wrong path to a bright future.
We have a problem in our country. It's a new problem. It's a problem that nobody really thought about too much a few years ago, and it's called vaping, especially vaping as it pertains to innocent children. And they're coming home and they're saying, "Mom, I want a vape." And the parents don't know too much about it, and nobody knows too much about it, but they do know it's causing a lot of problems. And we're gonna have to do something about it. One of the words and one of the reasons we're meeting today is to let you know that it's out there. And we wanna have parents understand that we're studying it very carefully. It's, again, very new and potentially very bad. There have been deaths and there have been a lot of other problems. People think it's an easy solution to cigarettes, but it's turned out that it has its own difficulties.
As we all may think e-cigarettes are a substitute to smoking, it's actually far from that. Some companies that produce e-cigarettes say there is about 1 milligram of nicotine per tobacco cigarette. So, a teaspoon of 12 milligram e-liquid is equal to almost 60 cigarettes. Don't want to know what that would do to your lungs, right? There are almost 480,000 deaths a year from long-term smoking. People continue to see vaping as an escape from smoking, although it only makes this epidemic worse than it was before.
On August 16th, I loaded up our daughter and all the makings of a dorm room to drive her from Illinois to Colorado to begin her freshman year of college. As we set out, she began to cough, to complain of pain in her chest when she took a deep breath, and to shiver like she was running a fever. She also admitted to me that she had been vaping. What started as an exciting rite of passage turned into a terrifying near-death experience that involved a week-long hospital stay where my daughter went from a healthy, vibrant 18-year-old to a patient who needed rapidly increasing amounts of oxygen and medications to treat her declining health. When we arrived in her college town, we went directly to the hospital. She was nauseous, tachycardic, coughing, running a high fever, couldn't take a deep breath without intense pain, and struggled to keep her oxygen saturation up to even the mid-80s. A CT scan showed what the doctors called a diffuse pneumonia all over her lungs. Though antibiotics appropriate for pneumonia were started immediately, her condition continued to worsen as her oxygen needs increased steadily, and she was transferred to the ICU in case more extreme measures to help her became necessary.
As you can see, this nationwide problem is imperative to work on. Let's take a moment to envision a world without this addictive substance. Based on my previous research, I would suspect that there would be far less people dying from vast medical conditions from which this was caused. An alternative to juuling can be non-nicotine e-liquid. This substitute will allow the user to inhale water vapor, which has many more positive benefits in comparison, including no addiction-producing substances, therapeutic effects, and a safe way for heavy smokers to wean themselves off. Why wait until a symptom arises? Why hurt yourself in the process? Why not make a choice that can last a lifetime? Think of the effects of e-cigarettes long-term as the monster hiding under your bed as a young child. Sneaky, progressive, and scary once its true form is made visible. Although there are so many more examples and testimonies that I can mention, I think that I've said all that I can say to stress the importance of this issue. I would like to thank you for hearing my concerns, and I hope that my words can ring loud in your ears the next time that you have to make a choice that can negatively impact your quality of life.